This is lesson 4.11, pH and pOH for the Chemistry 12 Acids and Bases unit. We'll start out with three equations that are helpful to us. There is pH equals negative log H3O, pOH equals negative log OH, and pH plus pOH equals 14. There is an explanation of what pOH is coming up later in the notes. We'll start with a simple example. What is the pH of 0.01 molar HCl? So for starters, HCl is a strong acid. It's one of our top 6, which means it ionizes 100%. So all your 0.01 molar will be H plus ions. So they will all contribute to your pH. Okay, so to solve for pH, we'll use our equation, negative log H3O. And remember that when H plus is put in water, it becomes H3O. So we'll do negative log 0.01. And then in our calculator, you should get an answer of 2.0. So this negative here, if you've done it right, will cancel out. So you can either type in negative log brackets 0.01, or if your calculator is the other way, you do 0.01 log negative. Okay, this is a 2 sig fig number. Nope, sorry, that's not right. This is a 1 sig fig number. I'm going to talk sig figs that are a little bit different for pH. So over here in my notes, that's my question. That's one significant figure. And in pH, you only count the significant figures after the decimal. So this 0.0 is one significant figure. Okay, we'll have another example and an explanation of the decimals and pH coming up next. Our next question wants to know the pH of 0.0035 molar CaOH solution. So first off, we have the concentration of OH minus. It is a strong base. It's also going to need to be doubled, so 0.0070 molar. And because we have OH, you must solve for pOH first. So we'll get our formula for pOH, which equals negative log concentration OH minus, negative log, in this case, 0.007, and this will come out to a pOH equals 2.15, and our pH will be 14 minus our pOH, which is 14 minus 2.15, so 11.845 is equal to our pH. Sorry, I've got to round that to 11.85. Okay, now I'm going to talk sig figs again because there are differences when you're dealing with pH. So this number here in my question that I'm underlining in blue is a 2 sig fig number. So when I report my final answer here, I should be reporting to 2 sig figs, but I'm only counting after the decimal for pH. And then when I subtract, I keep my 2 sig figs here. The 11 doesn't count as part of the sig figs. So here's our explanation as to why. The whole number in front of the decimal does not count. So if you need 2 sig figs, you do your 2 digits after the decimal. Here's the reason. If I take log 1000, my answer is going to be 3. And these 3 zeros did not count when I was doing sig figs, but that is why that answer is log 3. So if they didn't count for sig figs in the original number, then we don't count them for sig figs in our answer. So if I need to report an answer to 2 significant figures, for example, log 1500, the 2 here, 0.18, are my 2 sig figs. The 3 came from the log 1000, and these 3 did not count as sig figs in our original question. Our next example asks us to find the H3O concentration of an unknown acid with a pH of 3.405. Okay, so in this case, we have our pH, so we're going backward in the equation. So pH equals negative log H3O. When I fill in my equation, my substitution, 3.405, is on the opposite side of the equal sign from the word log. Okay, when I punch this into my calculator, I need to do anti-log. So this is anti-log, or your calculator button may be shift log, or it might be 10 to the x. Okay, that might be how any of those ways are how that button could look on your calculator. So if I type in shift log or anti-log of 3.405, I come out with 0.000394 molar as my concentration of H3O plus. Okay, and in doing so, these are 3 significant figures. Okay, and the reason I've used 3 is up here in my original question, there's 3 sig figs after my decimal. This would be a good place to pause part 1 of the video, and I will pick up the remainder of the sheet in part 2.